I'm Dylan.
I'm Camille.
I'm Jordan.
And this week on Black Hat Horror, we're talking about one of my favorite films of all time, The Void. This wonderful Lovecraftian horror takes it back to basics with amazing practical effects with a touch of CGI that just makes this film a timeless classic. And that's my intros now. My mic is very far away from my face.
Wow, yeah, it is.
But
yay, The Void.
yeah, this one is directed and written both by Stephen Kostansky and Jeremy Gillespie. And before they were doing super serious horror movies like this, they had a company called Astron 6, which is still a Canadian film production company that dates back to like 2007, but it was mostly like comedy horror and stuff like that.
Fun.
And The Void was the first film that they did that was like super, super serious. And so that they didn't use Astron 6 for that, but
Because they were so super serial about it.
yeah. So they
This one's
decided
not a
that-
comedy.
It's not. No, I'm gonna take the
Oops.
headphones off now. But
I had
yeah.
a laugh riot.
Yeah, right. There's parts of it that are pretty funny.
Yeah.
I really love Daniel trying to like keep it together for everybody, especially when two dudes like bust into the hospital
Yeah.
and like make everything super fucking bad.
And
Just like-
incredibly difficult, more difficult already than what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not cool. And he's just like, everybody's cool. It's like, no, nobody is cool. This whole situation is,
Very uncomfortable.
yeah, it's not very good. Not a good situation to be in at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to pick this one because it's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it twice now, including this time. The first time I watched it, I was like live tweeting it to the both of you because I was freaking out about it. I think we watched this, and then like right after, it was like a couple weeks later, I think we watched Mandy, which I also was live tweeting to everybody else, but no one else cared. But
We had different feelings about Mandy,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
yeah, but
Yeah.
this one really like touches like everything that I love about like horror, like my favorite kind of horror, and it being like solely, with the exception of like two scenes, practical is awesome.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is, so there is the proof of concept trailer. It was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes that they took to like a festival to get the funding for the project. And there's the scene in the actual film where you see all of the like cultists, void cultists.
Right.
And one of them takes out like the big ass like Bowie knife.
The scythe thing. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And there's and there's a bunch of them. There's like a ton of them. That was CG. They had like 7 people. And
That's so neat.
yeah,
The way
and
they did that.
And they placed them all like around that field. But what's cool is they had to do the same thing with the proof of concept trailer too.
Wow.
And that's how they like they used that for the actual film. They were like, oh fuck, well that works, because every time they were trying to film the movie like outside, like all the night shots, it was all in the rain. So you have these really cool like cult like costumes,
right.
that are like meticulously made in a way to where they actually have a form, and they're not just like white blobs with like black triangle faces.
Right.
Like somebody like stitched all those to actually look good, and it's just like fucking pouring down rain and windy as shit, and someone would have to go and set it all up, and then by the time they got back to the camera, it was like the wind had blown.
Oh,
And it's like, cool. And now it's fucked. Now it's all fucked. We have to do it again. And it just like took forever. But I mean, it's all super well worth it. The amount of time and effort that went into costumes and special effects, practical, like all the practical effects, all the monsters and everything, is just like insane. And I think there's only one. It's so funny. There's only one that like doesn't look awesome, but the guy who's in it is incredible. So like it's still really creepy. The guy who like is like in hell when they go to
The contortionist.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think that one looks bad necessarily. It's not really in the same style as the rest of the creatures.
Yeah. It's just
But
it
yeah.
looks like he's wearing a costume. Like, because if his character looks like he is just like a skin man that does a bunch of weird,
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. After watching after watching him like the behind the scenes thing,
Mm-hmm.
then it shows the actual scene. It's like, oh yeah, no, you can tell that it's a costume. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's fucking dope, but
Right.
like that's the only one that's like, oh, this is a little off, but it's okay.
He should have been naked.
Should
Right.
been
Should
naked,
have just
yeah.
been flesh.
Just
They-
buns out.
They built the character around him. They like based that creature off of him because they like did a casting call for like people that move cool. Essentially, like there's a better word for it, but like that's what it was.
Performance artists.
Yeah,
Movement performance
Freak
artists,
call.
probably.
we got a freak call here, but
Calling all freaks.
but so this movie essentially is just Daniel Carter, just a good old boy police officer, finding some meth head on the side of the road. After we see like two men that we find out later as the father and son light somebody on fire after shooting her in the back, which is super brutal. And Daniel finds this meth head, takes him to a hospital where his estranged wife works. And essentially the whole movie, after the first 10 minutes, just goes straight downhill in a great way for watching. Bad place to be. But it is very cool and just gets worse and worse. And one of the main reasons why I like it so much is I just feel like it's like it just sets everything up and then knocks it down instantly, and it just gets worse and worse and worse in a great way. But yeah.
So fun. It is true. Just jumps right in.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a really sweet 90-minute runtime as well.
It
Yeah.
does. It was funny remembering that because I was like, I'm pretty sure this movie is like an hour and like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And like you turn it around, it's like, oh no, it's the perfect time. It's 90 minutes.
It doesn't really feel that way, though. I mean, honestly, it feels a little longer. Like, and I don't mean that it like drags in an unnecessary sort of way, but there at the end, it really does kind of feel like they take more time than they're allowed somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
It feels like a longer movie than it is in a good way.
Yeah.
Which is how, that's the opposite of a problem.
Yeah,
a
for
lot of
sure.
the time it's like, I guess not a lot of the time, but there are some movies where it's like, this movie is an hour and 40 minutes. Jesus Christ, I feel like I've been watching this movie for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what you want. Like, this movie doesn't have any fluff. There's like absolutely no fluff at all. It is just that it gives you like that first 10 minutes where it's like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be like a slow burn or anything. And then Bev, who's one of two nurses that actually is a nurse, is cutting her own face off with a pair of scissors that she pulls out of somebody's face.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Which I will say, I still don't quite understand the leap there. I don't really quite understand, I guess, I don't get it. I don't really get the leap from the crazy... Did I just connect my own dots? I'm sorry. Okay, my brain's going in 1,000 different directions. Is it the doctor? Did the doctor do something to Bev?
The doctor
She's part of the cult.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I still was like caught up at the very beginning where they were like, oh, he probably like gave her some sort of weird drug disease, you know?
Oh.
I was like, I don't
we're
see
like
the connection. But
yeah.
okay, so she was part of the cult.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I feel like everyone was all cool until the doc was like, nah, we doing this now.
It's totally cool to have orgies and do drugs, but you know what would be really cool is if we all turned into weird tentacle monsters.
Yeah.
And Bev was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think
Thanks.
it was really, I don't know. I just love the way that the story is told in this movie. We don't really get a lot, but we get like, I don't know, when Daniel has to take the meth head dude to a hospital. There's two different options, and he asks about the other one. It's like, well, it's going to be another 20 minutes, and he looks back and he's like, oh, okay, fine. Call ahead that I'm going to such and such. And it's like that makes sense for a police officer to ask that, but the way that he asks it is just like, what's wrong with this hospital that like he is considering going 20 extra minutes out of the way.
Right. He's super insistent about the call ahead.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They
And
do
then-
kind of leave like a lot of breadcrumbs leading up to, I guess, a lot of the plot. It kind of like tries to lay it out for you,
Yeah.
which is nice since it is such a short movie.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Like, there's not a lot of fluff for sure, which is cool, but there's still a lot to the plot.
Yeah. And I think it's done in such a way that is, like when the end goal for your exactly 90-minute film, when the end goal is you go to another dimension past death, like, you want to do it in such a way where it's not handholdy, but it's like, we don't want you to be like super confused, like to the point where you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we know what happened. Like, we know how the movie ends. There's not like a huge like what exactly was going on. It's like, no, like, you don't know,
Right.
for a little bit. Like, there's like, I'm not, this isn't a real number, but if there's like 6 things that they want you to try and find out while you're watching the movie, like, you don't know it, and then they're like, hey, this is what's up. You're like, oh, fuck, okay, cool. You don't know it, and it's just like you said, it's like breadcrumbs, but it done in a way where it's not like forced, and it's still really interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Does a wonderful job of doing that.
Yeah, it's very true.
There's still a couple holes.
Like what?
Well, Big Bad doesn't seem to be too upset that his brand new daughter that he just made gets like fucking iced so quick, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's just like, you're alive again. I forgot you exist. And then the wife, she's just there at the end, and you're like, how'd she get here? Because she was like a tree person on a bed.
Oh,
He
you
did
mean
kill her though.
Yeah, but it's where, like, does that mean they're like spirit people now? Because her form is all like her
Right.
physical form is all fucked.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
same. I mean, yes, I kind of wondered that as well. So it's like, I don't know if that's so much. I'm not saying it's not a plot hole. I'm not saying this to be argumentative.
Well, they're coming off that way, so
Coming at you. No, I just don't know. There are questions for sure. Like, what does that imply? Does that imply that somehow she's like dead physically in our dimension, so her spirit or whatever is now in infinity or whatever the heck this crazy mountain space pyramid dimension is?
Yeah.
Like, is that what it means?
And if that's the case too, then where's the rest of them? Like, how
Right.
come Bev's not standing there? And
They're just hanging
Yeah.
out in their own little
they should all be holding hands.
Well,
in
she
that
died a
little-
while back though.
Yeah.
You know?
So does she get her own
So she's just a little bit further away.
space?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want the whole gang there.
Right.
Like, you don't care about You really give a shit about what's going on with Bev?
No.
No.
I forgot she existed to begin with.
Exactly. Like, because to me, like, so, to me, and this could be just like completely wrong, but
It's all speculation.
Dr. Powell,
I think I said Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, he shows up,
Okay.
busts through the wall.
Sure.
Different.
Ooh.
But no, so Dr. Powell
Oh my God.
forced Allison into being like a mother and birthing like these creatures is what it seems like. That was like, we don't see what's going to happen with her because Daniel's like, fuck that, no thanks, I'm
Right.
good. But like, it is forced upon Allison. Like, she has been converted by Dr. Powell into like the abyssal creatures sort of thing, which is what he is now. Like, he has forced Allison into that.
Okay.
And once Daniel kills her, the physical form is gone, but she is still linked to the abyss through what Dr. Powell has done to her, the metamorphosis that he has put her through. She is now tied there. The way that Daniel gets there is by just stopping the whole thing by tackling Dark Powell into the abyss, thus closing the door and linking Daniel to the abyss because he is there now. He just put himself there
Physically.
by
Or whatever.
Goldberg spearing Powell's ass into the fucking
Talking Powell wasn't standing there holding
the
hands with him.
69 dimension. Yeah, well, I mean, he also helped create it, though. I mean, he was blessed by the, like, old gods
The
and given the
elder
power
gods.
to open this gate.
Okay,
So, like,
Raiden,
yeah.
calm down.
But I would say the reason why he's not there is because he's, you know, blessed by the abyss anyway. He is essentially like the fucking doorman of the abyss. Like, he gets his own spot. He's already chilling in the pyramid.
I
He's
also
all
just like that
Gucci.
his plan, like his plan for all this time culminates to that night, and it really is just like his daughter being reborn, and then him being like, okay, go have fun, and then
Right.
but then it's like, what's after that? Like, what's his plan? Like the rest of the domination, or like what? Like he's just like.
I think I got the impression that he probably wanted like a little bit of world domination. I do really like what you're saying though about his daughter. I do think that it's kind of funny that he was like, okay, so I was really fucked up about you dying. I really was. Happy you're back. Happy you're back. So happy to see you. Welcome to this world. Hey, some of you other like weird minion-y tentacle guys, can you like keep an eye on her? Because I have like
Cause she like
some
immediately
infinite
gets
knowledge.
she immediately gets shot in the face, and he's just like he just turns around.
Yeah,
And it's just like
that's weird.
she just got shot in the face. Like, how come you're not just like? Yeah, like
That's true.
Yeah, that is a good point. I
Yeah.
agree with.
Yeah.
There's
Bit
a
weird.
I love this movie too. By the way,
No.
Yeah, no.
This is my third viewing of this movie.
Yes.
I saw it before Dylan. I was one of the people that was like, Dylan, you like Lovecraft shit, and you haven't watched The Void, and you're like,
Yeah.
what The Void?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the void?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly why I was like, this movie. I like it because it reminds me of The Thing. Like, not I mean, obviously, it's not like an alien, and
No, but it's similar
it's got
sort of.
It's got some thingy shits in it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
A
Yeah, there's a bunch
lot
of
of these.
there's a bunch of that going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially with the practical and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love the tentacles going into people's eyes and mouths
Yeah,
to kill them.
I get it.
And also, I thought it was a really cool touch that, like, the creatures, even though they are reborn as these really cool monsters,
Yeah.
they still... Bev is still hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, literally,
Right.
she is
Still
out.
a part of.
That's the only way you get to see nipple in this is when she's in monster form.
Oh,
That's
there's
true.
nipple? I
Yeah,
don't
there's
think I
nip.
saw. Oh,
A little bit.
okay.
But also, like, when it starts to scream, it's half Bev's voice, which is fucking awesome. And then when
like that.
It's just like the bear from Annihilation.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, that movie is great. It's a good movie. Annihilation. What is that?
You never
face?
seen Annihilation?
You've seen Annihilation?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't like it.
I have seen it.
Because it was only women in the movie, and you're just like, I hate women.
I don't remember this movie. I don't know.
We watched it. Yeah, no, Annihilation is essentially like there is this like growth happening in the world that's like changing the environment and the things in it, and it's like expanding and
with Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Got it.
We should have said that to start with. And
Okay.
Oscar Isaac.
Yes. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I liked
Same
that movie.
director as Ex Machina.
Yes.
That one I have not seen.
What? That movie rules too.
I haven't seen Ex Machina.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much as the Natalie Portman movie that we were just talking about, but
Annihilation.
thank you. I already forgot.
I like the one I don't remember more than the one I do remember. That's saying a lot
Oh, God.
for Ex Machina.
We're just gonna settle in here to the sound. Okay.
The
Yep, like that.
sound of screeching.
Isn't that the same director as Men, the movie we were just talking about earlier?
I don't know.
I feel like it is.
What is it?
Perhaps
The new horror film coming out. That's
the sound
could have
of.
sworn it was.
I don't
forgot
know.
his
That's an
name.
A24 film, right? Yeah. Men. Yeah, that movie looks uncomfortable.
Yes. The cover is really good.
Who is the
Or
director?
the poster.
Since we're-
Alex Garland.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since we're already like doing this little
Yeah.
journey here. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun tossing to other stuff. That
He's
we're
rolled some, done some novels too.
He's rolled some books out.
Yeah.
He's rolled some doobies.
Oh, he did. He wrote 28 Days Later.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's done some things.
He is uncredited for writing 28 Weeks Later. He was an he was a producer of
Didn't
that.
he also write Sunshine?
Yes.
Like him and Danny Boyle did 28 Days Later and Sunshine, and then
What is
he started
Sunshine?
doing his own. You never seen Sunshine either?
No.
I thought we covered that before.
No.
It's a space horror movie with a bunch of people. It's really good.
No, I thought we watched... No, because I think we watched Moon, right?
We did watch Moon.
Yeah.
Moon wasn't a horror movie though. That's just a clone movie.
Was
Then we watched Sunshine then. Had to have been.
When they're going to re-spark the sun because it's dying. and-
Yeah.
there a bunch of families? Not families.
Not families. They're just on. It's like it's basically a suicide mission where they're going to launch a nuke into the sun.
Okay.
And there was a ship before them that was supposed to do it, and it didn't happen.
Right.
And so, eventually things start happening, and
Right.
it's got a little bit of like a Event Horizon kind of feel where stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
there's
Okay.
some spoopiness.
With
and
the previous ship and okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God for your brain, because
no one's ever said that before.
truthfully, I like both of your brains. I honestly I don't know why. Like I don't remember. A
I
lot
could
of
have
the
sworn that we
movies.
covered that because
We did.
I think we did that after 28 Days Later too.
Yeah.
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 So he also did Dread, and then Ex Machina, and then Annihilation, and Men.
Wait, Dredd, like the Judge Dredd movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy rules.
Yeah. I mean, he's got... I mean, it's... I don't know what The Beach is,
Neither do I.
but it came out in 2000 with Danny Boyle. I don't know. A lot of these are bangers, though. You know, he helped with Devil May Cry, DMC.
Okay.
And,
I liked that game.
And then Enslaved, Odyssey of the West.
Interesting.
And then, he directed and wrote Devs.
I never watched that, but now I'm more interested in watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Fun.
But that's a little bit about a guy that didn't do anything for the Void.
I know. I'm really interested. Tell me more about the guys that made the Void, the stuff they did before, and have they done anything since? Because the little documentary thingy we watched had some flashes of some interesting looking stuff that looked like actual 80s horror, and then
Yeah, and it all was in like 2011. So they did Manborg, Father's Day, and The Editor.
So these are like spoof films or spoof kind.
They're
they almost
comedy.
looked like
They're comedy horror. Yeah.
okay.
So okay, you'll have to remind me to post these on Instagram. Look at that cover.
that looks
is
sick as fuck.
That is so fucking tight for Manborg.
That's
Right?
I also
hilarious.
love that title. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, Manborg is
Manborg.
fantastic. And then oh, here. So wow. The plot, I'm just going to Count Draculon and his Nazi vampire forces seek to take over Earth during the Hell Wars. So, yeah, it's probably dope. It's probably really good.
Yeah,
That's Manborg.
Or at least really fun.
it's very entertaining.
A soldier is killed attempting to fight the Count, then transformed into Manborg after his body is fitted with robotics. After Manborg becomes active in Megadeth City, he meets his resistance fighters against Count Draculon.
All
Justice
right.
is a gunfighter. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's fun.
That sounds like
Father's Day.
Barbarella.
It does actually.
The Father's Day poster looks like a really cool knockoff of From Dusk Till Dawn. Has a preacher in it and everything. And the guy that kind of looks like Snake Plissken a little bit.
Yo, daddy.
Just because he has an eye patch.
Fun.
But, so that was some of the stuff that they were getting up to before.
That's
Um,
fun.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Father's Day, action horror comedy. Let's see. The 30-year-old serial killer Chris Funkman raped and murdered 10 fathers, but was released on a technicality.
Oh no.
So, okay, yeah.
All right.
One of the technicalities, one of them wasn't a father.
Yeah. And then The Editor also has an amazing poster. And then Before the Void, the last thing they did, oh, this is amazing. Not this part. They did W for Wish and ABCs of Death 2.
Mm-hmm.
But then after The Void, they did Leprechaun Returns.
Oh wow.
And then the latest thing they did is also an incredible movie, Psycho Goreman.
They did that?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but Randy, friend of the podcast, has been begging me to watch
It's
that
really
movie.
good.
It's wildly
yeah,
good.
Yeah, you
Okay,
should definitely
I am
watch it.
100%
so good.
going to do that then
It
because
is very good. It's hilarious as well.
They did Divorced Dad, which is a 7 episode series, and then Chow Boys, an American folk tale in 2019. But yeah, Psycho Goreman's the last thing that they've done.
That's wild. I had no idea when we were watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been a little bit apparent by how amazing the practical effects for that movie were, too.
That's true.
But yeah, no. You know what? I'm glad that this recording fucked up the first time because we didn't get to learn all this really cool information.
did they also do BioCop? Because I saw a thing that said BioCop.
I think I thought I heard something about BioCop too. Not BioCop, the second BioCop, but as well.
In
Steven
addition to
Kostansky,
Um,
he wrote and directed BioCop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is BioCop?
It's a fake trailer about a mutated cop who cannot die and his struggles to stop the latest designer drug.
Cool.
Which sounds like RoboCop 2, but instead of a robot, he's a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
so fun.
That is fun. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break, everybody, and we will be right back.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Leather. Just wanted to remind you that if you like this show, go leave Black Cat Horror a 5-star review on iTunes and give them a follow on that Spotify. It's the best way to support your favorite horror podcast and help others find a show just like you did. And if you want to suggest a movie, well, hell, go on over to anchor.fm/Black Cat Horror and leave a message and be featured on an upcoming episode. Tell them Leather and Mila sent you. Are you proud of yourself?
And we're back.
Woo!
Yay.
All right, so that was a very fun rabbit hole to go down. I feel like we have some very fun movies to be excited about.
I'm definitely going to be delving deep into Manborg.
Yikes. That's a fun thing to hear you say.
Okay. I mean, that's
Maybe I'm not.
fine.
I think
you know,
I changed
that's
my mind. I'm going to stay far away from Manborg.
Why?
Because I sounded like I was going to enter him, and I don't want to.
Enter his void.
Yeah.
If you find true love, though, you know,
That's true.
sometimes you can't help where.
You can't find what doesn't exist, Camille.
Wow. You were just the saddest boy.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think if this movie almost didn't get made twice. After they got funding for the movie the first time, before they even got to shoot like a single scene of the movie, they had done they had made all the monsters. They'd done everything there was to do in post-production, and then one of the investors pulled out before they even got to do anything. So they had to make a whole room of death, which was where they put all the practical effects and monster bodies and everything, which is awesome.
That was wild.
Yeah, and then when they got funding again, it got dropped again, and I think finally, the third go-around, it got done. But I mean, originally the whole thing started, but was the whole project was funded at the beginning by crowdfunding. So it got made by everybody
Yay!
who tossed money at this film.
Yay, Indiegogo!
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Very, very cool. It's crazy that it got made, but both of the dudes said it's a miracle that any movie gets made.
It is. Yeah.
No.
It is wild.
But yeah.
It seems like they had a lot of fun. I think they made the entire set within a school. Is that right? They rented out an abandoned school.
Yeah.
Oh, great. We have got cat fights occurring down here.
Good.
Just cat fights.
Yeah. They rented out. I think they did some shooting in a hospital, but I think 90% of it was all done in a school. And they had their multiple sets in the school, and then they also had that was just where they their labs essentially were in the schools too.
Oh, okay. So for all of the makeup and so everything that they did there at the school.
Yeah.
That is wild, dude.
Yeah. And there was some times where they would be shooting on the second floor and the power would fucking go out, so they'd have to wait. And they couldn't shoot that day, or couldn't shoot for a while because of the power being out.
And they'd have to
they
go
were
get.
Shooting.
They got generators, and that's wild.
Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
Since it's school, they had to essentially build onto the school, so there were no lockers. And I think one of a couple of the sets were just amazing. The quote unquote temple set, where at the very end, that was all painted, and there was 15 coats of paint, is what one of the guys said, that made it all look like cement when it was all wood. It was all wood, and all the columns and everything were painted to look like cement.
Right.
And it was just what?
Cement.
Cement.
Yeah, but you said cement. Sounds like semen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it funny because it sounds like semen?
Yeah. Yeah. Because for a second I thought you said it's covered in semen. I was like, what? I missed that part.
Yeah.
They really, really wanted that, like, you know, traditional void look, like you have just walked into Cthulhu's, like, Bukkake lair.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
They really
Pretty
wanted that
cool.
extra protein in every scene.
Right. It's important. Long shoot days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, the other cool set was like towards the end where the kid was running out of the building as it was like sort of pressing up against, like just like collapsing in on him.
Right.
Like the cool flesh walls and stuff like that, where they just use like a ton of paint and or of fake blood and toilet paper and splattered the walls with it and stuff, and then had like literally everyone that was there to do this movie, like every single person was in charge of like holding on to parts of the walls as they sort of like breathed them in and out and tried to smash them with the walls.
Ugh,
Which is awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. All the different facades are just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to see.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
These cats are out of control, you guys.
I was just looking up like the top billed actors because there's only two people that I recognize in this film.
Sure.
And that's Kenneth Welsh, who plays Dr. Richard Powell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Seen him in a ton of stuff.
Lots and
Yeah.
lots of stuff. Yeah.
So I thought that's interesting. He's second billed. And then Ellen Wong, who played Kim, the
Like
practice
trainee.
nurse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then what's interesting about her is like one of her first like breakout films was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
She was Chow.
Oh,
Yeah, Knives
that's
Chow.
right.
Yeah.
And then 6 years later, she's in this. So I think that's really interesting that she's like in this kind of smaller film while she's like
Well, this is
pretty
Canadian,
recognizable.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's okay. Gotcha.
That's
then-
why it was like XYZ Films was the one that was the company that did all the distro in the
Okay.
United States.
Okay.
And then a year later, she's in the Netflix TV show Glow. So
Oh.
she goes straight from The Void to Glow. And
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
right.
What a cool career she has.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's wild.
So I just thought that was kind of interesting because for me, she's very recognizable, but I haven't seen her in a ton of stuff. It's mostly just Glow, The Void, and Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So.
Me too. Me too, TBH. Yeah, and Kenneth Walsh has been in like
Everything.
so many things.
Day After Tomorrow, some TV shows.
A lot of TV shows. I don't know why it does seem kind of like the Canadian like film scene is sort of like that. Where actors do a lot of television and a lot of films that may or may not be great, or, you know, quote unquote, who's to say? I'm not here to judge, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kind of in the same way that like the BBC handles like how their actors act in things as well, which
I'm familiar with BBC.
I am not talking about the same thing, I don't think, as what you are
Wow.
talking about.
What are you talking about?
Like the British with the Doctor Who and
British Broadcasting.
yeah, yes.
British Broadcast
I was
Channel?
like, actually don't know what I mean. It's like probably TV words.
The Doctor Who channel. You know the one.
My favorite's BBC America because it's just X-Files.
Oh, Mulder.
I thought that
Mulder.
I thought that Catherine Monroe I noticed like seen before, but I guess not, man, because she was in a lot of things that I've never heard of.
Is that the woman who plays the wife?
Yeah.
Yes.
She
Like-
did look familiar.
Yeah, but like the only she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 film credits that have hyperlinks, which is wild. The last movie she was in is A Family Man, and that was when people still cared about that dude who was in 300 back in the day.
Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in that.
okay.
Gerard Butler's best film is Den of Thieves, if you ever wanted to know.
I didn't.
That's cool.
That's really
watch it.
good. It's like
No,
a
I'm kidding.
heist movie.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of his movies are
But
like
he plays
heist
a
movies.
cop.
Yeah. Oh, different. Okay, there's the twist. There's
She has been in a lot of television, like a ton of television, and recently it's all cop stuff, like NCIS, Law and Order, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, FBI, which is a terrible name for a show. It's just
all right.
at the FBI.
She's
Female body inspectors.
right.
Well, the series is made by somebody by the name of Dick Wolf.
Who's that?
Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf does like all of those shows, you guys.
I know.
You know, I was picking up on
Law
it
and
a
Order.
little bit. Yeah. Sorry.
Dun, dun. It's 2 Fs, right?
Boo-doo-boo-doo.
Hmm?
Is it 2 Fs or 1 F?
I think it's 1 F and an E.
It's just Wolf.
Oh, neither one of us are right. We're both like, we know Dick Wolf. We know Dick Wolf.
No, I meant in the word dick. There's 2 Fs in dick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Fs.
Diffk. My name is Diffk. Diffk Wolf.
Hey guys.
Absolutely not.
Hey, chill out down there. Okay. I need you to chill out. Thank you. Trying to break it up between you two.
You guys are going to make the
Dylan Jordan.
outro really hard because you don't look sleepy.
Okay, I'm gonna put the cats outside now. I just saw something almost terrible occur. How's it looking over there to you? Everything looks good still?
It looks fine from right here. I don't have it on the laptop.
Has it not been on the laptop the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
That's what I said when we started again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. When we
Okay.
had to redo the thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we've gotten very off topic. I will be right. I'm just gonna put these cats out here.
Okay.
And ooh, fun. All right, guys, let's go. Before your dad gets very upset. Get out.
Get out.
Yeah.
Could you check the camera though while you're up?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, look at that chunky boy.
Oh my God! Yeah, he is a thick with 2 C's cat.
His little hands.
Yeah.
We're recording. Is that what you're asking?
Well, also it's just like, is Jordan in the shot still?
Jordan is in the shot.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm afraid to touch her.
Are you in the shot?
I will be.
Nice.
That was a trick question, and I think you got it right.
Thank you. Slowly but surely.
What
Woo!
if you were like, no, wait.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Here.
Wow. Woo. Things got wild there for a second, you guys.
It has been a whole.
Sorry. We're just.
Sorry, the back door is squeaky.
Woo. Hello. Who's there? Hello. Come on in. Back door. You
Yeah.
know, like a.
Mm-hmm.
Anal.
Yeah. Anyway, so all of these actors have acted in things. Is what I think we have. We have.
All right.
You got
I
it.
think we could probably
right
call
back,
it, guys.
right back on track.
I think we got
Didn't
it.
skip a beat.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, next week, Camille and I are doing something. I'm not sure what it is. But the week after that is Camille's pick. Camille,
Yes.
what did you pick?
I picked the Burbs. Sorry. Hit my mic. I picked the Burbs.
Awesome.
I
What's-
don't know if anybody can see that.
What's the Burbs?
a movie that Tom Hanks is in. He's a stranger in an even stranger land. Let me try that again. Hold on. Scratch that. He's a stranger in an even stranger land. Suburbia.
Nice.
That's it. Some
That told me a lot.
people move in next door to Tom Hanks and his wife, and they are peculiar. And Tom Hanks and his buddies that live in the cul-de-sac where he lives start spying on them because they're pretty sure they're like murdering people or whatever. And that's it. It is a comedy as well as a spooky.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Nice.
it's like probably more comedy than spooky, but also Tom Hanks. You know,
Right.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. I think Daniel Stern is in it as well. I might have made that up. I think I made that up. So never mind. Carrie Fisher's in it though.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exorcist, guys.
What?
Anyone?
What?
No.
Star
Wars. Princess Leia.
Same thing.
Oh man.
You know, it's really easy to confuse Star Wars and Exorcist. Like, there's so many similarities.
Linda Blair and Carrie Fisher sort of look a little bit similar
Now?
back in the day.
Now that they're both dead?
No, I don't think. Is Linda Blair dead?
I
think
don't
she's
know.
dead.
I don't even know who
No.
that is.
Exorcist.
With my I don't.
Reagan.
Princess Leia, obviously.
Right. Oh,
All right.
she's the one. She's the one that has the pink
Great.
lightsaber.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That throws up vomit when you press the button.
Yeah, she fucks it.
Good. All right.
Fuck me, Jedi. Fuck me, Jedi.
Force choke.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I want to know how many people have ever confused Star Wars and Exorcist before, though. That seems...
I don't know.
I don't know. They, me. So.
I am very excited for the Burbs, though.
No, thank
gonna
you.
be really good.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, both of your faces right now. Yes. Yeah, no. It's going to be funny.
We might.
Probably not as funny as what just happened,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So,
It's okay.
bummer that
That's
I
what
did
happens
that.
when you're with me. There's everything else is less funny.
Oh, it's true.
We might have a special episode next week. I need to talk to somebody about it. That will coincide with what's going on at the end of the month. The Oklahoma City tape swap. That will be at Elk Valley. Then there's going to be a screening of Dead Alive. That will be brought to you by Undead Center. So that'll be really cool. There's like a special host for that. And Sean Peel will be there for VHS and Chill. And we will be there selling VHS tapes and art and shit like that. So if you want to come, you totally should. Yeah, it'll be cool. It's free. So that's pretty cool. I think every part of that is free unless you want to buy something.
And beer, obviously.
Right.
Account for the beer.
Yeah, account for the beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be happening. So maybe next week we'll have a special episode. I'm not really sure. I don't fucking know. But maybe. But yeah. So, but the kittens are sleepy and so are we. Thank you very much for watching the show or listening to the show. However you consume the show, thank you so much. But we have a link tree and any of the places you check out on social media. So go to those. Look at our Instagram if you're on Facebook. Go to our Twitter. I do stuff on that now. There's stuff on Patreon if you want to go check that out.
Oops.
But there's a couple of other things too that you might be interested in.
Yeah, I mean, it's all there. No, we have our Instagram. It's just funny because now that we have the link tree, it's like, yes, we do have the Instagram. Follow us on the Instagram, though. That is fun and helpful. Black Cat Horror Podcast. Yes. If you would like to email us, you can email us at blackhathorrorpod@gmail. You should email us though, because like we've been like begging for stories, and we still want them. Like we haven't not wanted them.
Yeah.
So alien stories, ghost stories, favorite horror movies, fun summertime events that you like that are somehow spooky. Make it spooky. I don't know. I don't care. Make it spooky. But not illegal. Don't tell us things we don't need to know. That's it. Your turn.
You can also interact with us on our anchor.fm/Black Cat Horror podcast, right?
Yes.
I always forget that part. Does it have the word? So many words
Yeah.
that go in there.
Yeah.
Black Cat Horror Podcast, anchor.fm. There's little question dealies that you can answer, little fun polls. I love voting on polls, whether I know the answers or not.
Makes
I
you
do
feel
it.
important.
I do it all the time on Twitter, and it's just like, what's more important, this food or this food? And then I say neither.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm an agent of chaos,
That's good.
just like a cat.
Just destroying something in the other room. Oh my god, dude.
But while you're over there at anchor.fm, you can also check out the other podcast that I host called the F&V Sequence. This week we talked about the Master Chief getting his cherry popped on the TV show. So
Getting
Fun.
his cherry popped?
yeah, Master Chief finally had sex.
Wow.
That's
On
Man,
the
that
TV
show
show.
fucking sucks. I haven't seen a single frame of that show. And it is hot garbage. Man.
Yeah, that started with him taking off his helmet, and then he took off his clothes, and then he put on a lady's vagina. That's what happened.
oh my god. That's kind of hot. No, I don't know. It's fun.
It's a fun way to say had sex. He put on a woman's vagina. Also,
Put it on.
her as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Ooh.
Yep.
Put
Nice.
it on.
all right.
Put it on.
Well, yeah.
So if you're interested in dating Jordan,
You want to put it on me.
If you're interested in Jordan wearing you like a hat, but not on his head.
Yeah, like a one-fingered glove. No
All right.
degloving here.
All right, we'll talk to you later. No degloving. I think it is degloving.
I-
Emphasis on
But I'm
D.
saying no degloving here.
We'll talk to you later.